Introduction. In the bustling heart of a modern metropolis, where towering skyscrapers punctuated the skyline, and the ceaseless symphony of urban life played its relentless tune, lived a woman named Sarah. She was, by all accounts, a paragon of practicality. A celebrated architect, renowned for her precision and the ability to transform ethereal dreams into concrete reality. In a world where her peers often chased fleeting fancies, she remained steadfast, her focus unwavering, and her aspirations firmly anchored in the foundations she crafted. But, for all her professional triumphs and the meticulously designed structures that bore her name, Sarah's life harbored a lingering void, a hollow space in her heart that whispered of uncharted territories and unfelt emotions. Love, that elusive enigma, had perpetually eluded her, a distant dream obscured by the towering edifices she conjured. It was a facet of life she had come to accept, albeit with a quiet resignation. Yet, as life has an uncanny way of weaving threads of fate, a serendipitous encounter was destined to unravel the tapestry of her existence. It was a crisp autumn morning, when amber leaves danced their last waltz to the ground, and a hint of frost clung to the air, that Sarah's life would take an unforeseen turn. She found herself seated at a quaint café, sipping her morning coffee as she had done countless times before, oblivious to the extraordinary moment that awaited her. As her gaze wandered through the café's cozy interior, it came to rest upon a figure that seemed to defy the mundane surroundings. He was a man of quiet intensity, absorbed in the depths of a thick, well-worn book. His unkempt hair and the aura of inscrutability that enveloped him gave him an air of mystery, an enigmatic presence that stood out amidst the ordinary. Intrigued, Sarah couldn't help but steal glances at the stranger. She watched in fascination as he turned the pages with a reverence reserved for ancient relics. The words he devoured were not mere ink on paper, they were fragments of a world that seemed to beckon him, a world steeped in history and secrets waiting to be unveiled. The café was bustling that morning, every seat taken, save for the one opposite the enigmatic reader. As Sarah deliberated, her heart racing with anticipation, a sudden rush of courage compelled her to approach him. "Mind if I share the table?" she asked, the words escaping her lips with a hint of trepidation. He looked up, his eyes meeting hers with a gaze that seemed to hold the wisdom of ages. A warm smile graced his lips as he motioned for her to sit. "Not at all," he replied, his voice a soothing melody. And so, with that seemingly inconsequential choice, their worlds began to converge. Sarah and Daniel, two souls from disparate realms of expertise and experience, found themselves drawn into a narrative of their own making, a story of love that would prove to be as exciting as it was real, as profound as it was pragmatic. It was a tale grounded in the tangible complexities of daily life, yet it would transcend the ordinary, igniting the embers of emotion that Sarah had long believed were extinguished, and leading her on a journey she could never have anticipated. This is a story not of whimsical fiction or fanciful fantasies, but of the profound and genuine love that can emerge in the most unexpected corners of reality.
Chapter 1: A Chance Encounter. In the wake of that momentous encounter at the café, a spark had been ignited within Sarah, a spark she could not ignore. As she settled into the seat opposite the mysterious man, the café's ambience seemed to transform. The soft hum of conversation became a distant murmur, and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee melded with the scent of intrigue that now filled the air. Sarah observed her newfound companion more closely. His name, she soon discovered, was Daniel. He introduced himself with a humility that was as disarming as it was charming. As they exchanged pleasantries, it became apparent that their paths, so seemingly disparate, had converged by the sheer serendipity of circumstance. Daniel, she learned, was a history professor at a nearby university. His passion for the annals of the past shone brightly in his eyes, and his words held a power to transport the listener across time and space. He spoke of ancient civilizations with a fervor that was contagious, making history come alive in the most captivating way. Sarah, on the other hand, was an accomplished architect. Her world revolved around blueprints, concrete, and steel. She spoke of her designs with an enthusiasm that mirrored Daniel's passion for history. She described the delicate dance between form and function, the intricate balance of aesthetics and structural integrity that defined her creations. It was in these moments of sharing their professional worlds that Sarah and Daniel found a curious symmetry. The contrast between their areas of expertise seemed to enrich their conversations rather than hinder them. They saw in each other a reflection of dedication and purpose, the determination to shape and preserve something enduring in a world that was ever-changing. Their initial conversations were marked by an easy rapport. They discussed the weather, books, and the everyday happenings around them. Yet, beneath the surface, there was an unspoken curiosity and unquenchable thirst to understand each other on a deeper level. As days turned into weeks, Sarah and Daniel's meetings at the café became a cherished routine. Their topics of conversation began to delve into more profound realms. They debated the merits of modernism versus classicism, shared anecdotes of their travels, and pondered the mysteries of human existence. In the midst of these conversations, Sarah found herself drawn to Daniel's intellect and his ability to see the world through a historical lens. His perspectives were not merely insights into the past, they were windows into his soul. With every word, she felt herself growing more captivated by the man who had seemingly appeared out of nowhere. But beyond the exchange of knowledge, a subtle undercurrent of attraction began to weave its way into their interactions. It was a glance held just a moment too long, a touch of hands that lingered in the air, and the unspoken question that hung between them: could there be something more? As Sarah sat across from Daniel, their worlds converged in that quaint café. Little did she know that this chance encounter would be the first page of a love story, the likes of which she had never imagined in her practical, architect's heart.
Chapter 2: Shared Stories. As the weeks rolled on, Sarah and Daniel's relationship deepened beyond casual encounters at the cafe. What had begun as a chance encounter evolved into a profound connection between two individuals who had seemingly been brought together by the invisible hand of fate. The cafe, once a backdrop for their initial meeting, now bore witness to the blossoming of something beautiful and profound. Their conversations, once centered on architecture and history, expanded into a tapestry of shared experiences and dreams. With each passing day, they delved deeper into the stories of their lives, peeling back the layers of their respective pasts to reveal the essence of who they were. Sarah found herself entranced by Daniel's tales of his travels to far-flung corners of the world. He spoke of ancient ruins and hidden gems, of cultures and traditions that had weathered the sands of time.
With every word, he transported her to these distant places, and she marveled at his ability to make her feel like an intrepid explorer, even as they sat in the cozy café. In turn, Sarah shared her own stories of architectural triumphs and challenges. She spoke of the euphoria that came with seeing her designs come to life, and the sleepless nights spent refining blueprints and solving structural puzzles. As she spoke, Daniel hung on her every word, not just because of the passion she exuded, but also because he saw in her a kindred spirit, someone who poured her heart and soul into her craft, just as he did into his love for history. Their conversations were not merely exchanges of facts and anecdotes, they were windows into their souls. Sarah learned of Daniel's childhood fascination with history, his dreams of unearthing forgotten relics, and the quiet moments of introspection that had shaped his worldview. In turn, she shared her journey of resilience, from the loss of her parents at a young age to the unyielding determination that had driven her to become a renowned architect. In the midst of these shared stories, they discovered the underlying commonalities that bound them together. Both had faced challenges and setbacks, but they had emerged stronger and more resilient. Both were driven by an unwavering commitment to their respective callings, finding solace in the pursuit of their passions. As the days turned into months, the café became a sanctuary where Sarah and Daniel's connection continued to flourish. It was a place where they could be themselves, where masks and pretenses were unnecessary, and where vulnerability was embraced. They confided in each other, sharing their fears, hopes, and dreams. For Sarah, this connection went beyond anything she had ever experienced. It was not just a meeting of minds, but a resonance of souls. She felt a warmth in her heart that had long been absent, a sense of completeness that had eluded her for years. In Daniel, she had found not just a kindred spirit, but a confidant, a friend, and perhaps, something more. Their shared stories were the foundation upon which their love story would be built. Little did they know that the most profound chapters of their journey were yet to unfold, and that the pages of their shared future would be filled with adventure, challenges, and a love that was as real as it was extraordinary.
Chapter 3: Unveiling Vulnerabilities. With each passing day, the connection between Sarah and Daniel deepened. What had started as a chance encounter at the café had blossomed into a profound and intimate relationship. As they continued to share stories, dreams, and experiences, the invisible threads of their bond grew stronger, drawing them closer together. One evening, as the sun dipped below the city skyline, casting a warm, golden glow over the café, Sarah and Daniel found themselves engaged in a conversation that would reveal their deepest vulnerabilities. Sitting at their usual corner table, they had been discussing their respective pasts, both the triumphs and the tribulations. Sarah spoke about the pain of losing her parents at a young age and the sacrifices she had made to pursue her career in architecture. The words flowed freely from her heart, and she couldn't help but tear up as she recounted the moments of grief and loneliness she had endured. Daniel listened attentively, his eyes filled with empathy and understanding. He could sense the weight of Sarah's past, and he admired her resilience in the face of adversity. In response, he shared his own story of a failed marriage that had left him cautious about love and relationships. His voice carried the scars of heartbreak, but there was an underlying hope that shone through, a hope that he had found something different with Sarah. As they bared their souls to each other, the vulnerability in the air was palpable. It was a moment of profound connection, a merging of two hearts that had carried their burdens alone for too long. Sarah and Daniel realized that they had found in each other not only kindred spirits but also pillars of support. From that moment on, their relationship took on a deeper significance. They became each other's confidants, sharing their innermost thoughts and fears without reservation. There was a level of trust between them that transcended the boundaries of a typical romance. In each other's presence, they felt safe to be their true selves, unburdened by pretense or judgment. Their love story was not just about the joy of newfound love but also the healing power of vulnerability. Sarah and Daniel had created a space where they could lay bare their past wounds and fears, knowing that they would be met with compassion and acceptance. It was this authenticity that made their connection all the more profound. As the days turned into weeks and the seasons changed, Sarah and Daniel's love continued to flourish. Their relationship was grounded in the reality of their shared vulnerabilities, and it was this very authenticity that would serve as the bedrock of their enduring love story. Little did they know that the most exciting and transformative chapters of their journey were yet to come, as they embarked on a path that would test their love and resilience in unexpected ways.
Chapter 4: Love Blossoms. With the revelation of their vulnerabilities, Sarah and Daniel's connection deepened into something more profound and meaningful. Their shared stories had forged a bond that went beyond the superficial, and they began to see in each other the potential for a love that could be both exciting and enduring. One sunny afternoon, as they strolled through a nearby park, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves of the trees, and the world seemed to come alive in vibrant colors. The park, with its sprawling lawns and meandering pathways, offered an idyllic backdrop for what was to become a pivotal moment in their relationship. As they walked hand in hand, the sun's warm rays cascaded over them, casting a soft, golden glow. The atmosphere was charged with a sense of serenity, as if the universe itself conspired to create the perfect setting for what was about to transpire. Sarah and Daniel found themselves standing under a massive oak tree, its branches reaching out like ancient guardians. As they sought shelter from a sudden, gentle rain shower, their eyes met. In that timeless moment, they were acutely aware of the unspoken emotions that simmered beneath the surface. Daniel, with his eyes filled with tenderness, broke the silence. "Sarah," he began, his voice a soft caress, "I've come to cherish our time together. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced." Tears of joy welled up in Sarah's eyes as she gazed into Daniel's soulful eyes. Her voice trembled with emotion as she replied, "Daniel, I feel the same way. I never thought I'd find love like this, but with you, it feels different. It feels like destiny." Their words hung in the air, a declaration of emotions that had been building between them for months. And then, in a moment that felt both inevitable and extraordinary, their lips met in a tender kiss. It was a kiss filled with promise, a promise of a love that had taken root in their hearts and was now blossoming into something beautiful and real. As the raindrops continued to fall around them, they held each other close, their love growing stronger with each passing second. It was a love born not out of desperation or loneliness, but out of a genuine connection and a deep understanding of each other's souls. From that day forward, Sarah and Daniel's relationship entered a new phase. Their love was no longer a secret longing, it was a vibrant reality that infused every moment they spent together. They shared laughter and dreams, and their lives became intertwined in a way that was both natural and profound. Their love story was no longer a chance encounter or a casual friendship. It was a love that had taken root in their hearts and was now flourishing like the trees in the park where their love had first blossomed. As they navigated the exciting and unpredictable journey of love, they knew that they had found something rare and precious, a love that was as real as it was extraordinary.
Chapter 5: Challenges and Growth. Sarah and Daniel's love story was not without its challenges. As the initial excitement of their newfound love settled into the comforting rhythm of companionship, they encountered obstacles that tested the strength and resilience of their relationship. One of the primary challenges they faced was the balancing act between their demanding careers and their blossoming romance. Sarah's architectural projects often required long hours and meticulous attention to detail. Daniel, as a history professor, had his own academic pursuits and research commitments. The bustling city they lived in seemed to have a relentless pace, and it threatened to pull them in different directions. Yet, rather than letting their careers become a source of tension, Sarah and Daniel approached this challenge as an opportunity for growth. They learned to support each other's ambitions, offering encouragement and understanding during late nights at the office or weekends spent buried in research. Their shared commitment to their individual callings became a source of strength, rather than a point of contention. Another hurdle they encountered was the need to navigate the intricacies of merging their lives. They had to adapt to each other's routines, preferences, and idiosyncrasies. There were disagreements and misunderstandings, but they approached these moments as opportunities for growth and understanding. Through patience and open communication, Sarah and Daniel discovered that their differences were not obstacles but rather facets that enriched their relationship. Sarah, known for her precision and pragmatism as an architect, learned to embrace spontaneity from Daniel. Daniel, in turn, found solace in Sarah's reliability and structure. Their love story was not about perfection or flawlessness, it was about the willingness to accept imperfections and grow together. They realized that love wasn't about finding someone who was perfect but about finding someone with whom they could navigate the imperfect realities of life. As they faced these challenges, Sarah and Daniel experienced personal growth and transformation. Sarah learned to strike a better work-life balance, allowing herself to savor the moments of togetherness that were so precious to her. Daniel, who had once been guarded in matters of the heart, learned to trust in love again, thanks to the unwavering support and love Sarah provided. Their journey was marked by moments of compromise and understanding, moments that reaffirmed their commitment to each other. Through the challenges, they not only strengthened their bond but also discovered new dimensions of their love. Their love story was real, and it was grounded in the complexities of daily life. It was a love that had weathered storms and emerged stronger, a love that had grown through trials and tribulations. As they continued to navigate the exciting and sometimes turbulent waters of love, Sarah and Daniel knew that they were building a foundation that could withstand anything life threw their way. Their love was not just enduring, it was thriving.
Chapter 6, Forever After. Years flowed by like a steady river, and Sarah and Daniel's love story continued to evolve, weaving its way through the tapestry of their lives. What had once started as a chance encounter had grown into a love that was both enduring and inspiring, a love that promised a forever after. Their journey had been marked by growth, challenges, and the unwavering commitment to each other. They had learned to balance their careers, navigate life's complexities, and cherish the moments of togetherness that had become the cornerstone of their relationship. One sunny afternoon, in the very café where their love story had taken root, Daniel found himself with a small velvet box nestled in his pocket. The café, with its warm ambience and familiar surroundings, felt like the perfect setting for a momentous occasion. As Sarah sat across from him, sipping her coffee and lost in thought, Daniel gazed at her with a mixture of love and determination. He knew that this was the moment he had been waiting for, the moment when he would ask the question that had been lingering in his heart for so long. With a deep breath, Daniel got down on one knee, drawing the attention of nearby patrons who had become familiar with the couple's frequent visits. He took Sarah's hand in his voice steady but filled with emotion. "Sarah," he began, his eyes locked onto hers, "from the moment we met in this café, my life changed in ways I never could have imagined. You have brought joy, love, and meaning into my world, and I can't imagine my life without you." He opened the velvet box to reveal a delicate, shimmering ring, a symbol of his love and commitment. "Will you marry me?" Tears of joy welled up in Sarah's eyes as she looked at Daniel, her heart overflowing with love. Her voice trembled with emotion as she replied, "Yes, Daniel, 1,000 times yes." The café erupted into applause and cheers from the patrons who had witnessed this beautiful moment. Sarah and Daniel's love story, which had started with a chance encounter in the same café, had come full circle with a heartfelt proposal. Their engagement marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, a chapter filled with the promise of a future together. They embarked on the journey of wedding planning, their love and excitement growing with each decision they made together. As they looked ahead to their forever after, Sarah and Daniel knew that their love was not just a beautiful chapter in their lives. It was the entire book, a love story that had unfolded with grace and authenticity. Their love was a testament to the power of chance encounters, the beauty of shared vulnerabilities, and the strength of a love that had weathered life's challenges. Sarah and Daniel's love story was not a fairy tale, but it was a story of real love, grounded in the daily realities of life. It was a story that proved that love, when nurtured and cherished, could be as enduring as it was exciting, as profound as it was pragmatic. They knew that their forever after was just beginning, and they looked forward to writing the pages of their future together, one filled with love, laughter, and the promise of a lifetime of shared adventures.
Their love story was a testament to the power of chance encounters and the beauty of finding love when you least expect it. Sarah and Daniel had discovered a love that was exciting, interesting, and, most importantly, real. They were each other's forever after. Their journey was a reminder that life often has a way of surprising us when we least anticipate it. In the midst of their bustling careers and daily routines, love had found them like a gentle whisper, gradually turning into a harmonious symphony that resonated deep within their hearts. Their love was not the stuff of romantic novels or Hollywood films. It was a love born out of shared dreams, vulnerabilities, and genuine connection. It was a love that thrived in the midst of life's ups and downs, finding its strength in the authenticity of their bond. As they ventured forward together, they embraced the adventure that awaited them. They knew that love was not just about the grand gestures and passionate moments, but also about the quiet, everyday moments they shared, the morning coffees at the café, the stolen glances across the room, and the simple joy of being in each other's presence. Their love story served as a reminder that love could be found in the most unexpected places, that soulmates could cross paths when the timing was just right, and that sometimes, the best love stories were not the ones we meticulously planned, but the ones that unfolded naturally, like a beautiful piece of art. Sarah and Daniel were not characters in a fairy tale, but real people who had discovered a kind of love that was grounded in the tangible realities of life. Their love was a beacon of hope for those who had ever questioned whether true love existed, and a testament to the fact that it was possible to find a love that was both exciting and enduring. They were each other's anchor in a world of uncertainties, their love a source of strength and inspiration. With every challenge they faced, they emerged stronger, knowing that they had found in each other a partner who would stand by their side through it all. As they looked ahead to the years and decades that stretched before them, Sarah and Daniel embraced the knowledge that their love story was not just a fleeting moment in time, but a narrative that would continue to evolve and flourish. They were each other's forever after, a love story written in the language of everyday moments, shared dreams, an unwavering commitment, a love that would stand the test of time and remain as real and enduring as the love they had discovered when they least expected it.